Simon, let's quickly talk about the Ivory Coast, who provided a masterclass for the Desert Foxes this evening and obviously qualify for the last 16 in the top spot.
Yes, the Super Eagles had been rightly praised for putting in the best performance of the tournament so far against Egypt in Group D. But I must say that this Ivory Coast team was by far the silkiest, the smoothest performance of the tournament and really the most impressive. The midfield, as I mentioned earlier on, was simply majestic with Jean-Michel Seri, Franck Kessié and Sangare bossing things for them. Serge Aurier was simply stunning as the captain, really impressive. Always going forwards, always looking to play the ball in dangerous areas. And Nicolas Pepe seems to have hit some run of form, now scoring in back-to-back games for the Ivory Coast. Sebastian Haller was a constant thorn in the back of Algeria. So good performances, it must be said, all around the pitch for the Ivory Coast. We spoke to Patrice Baumel, the head coach, after the game, who said that he was glad his team were finally fulfilling their potential after shooting 18 times that goal against Sierra Leone and just scoring twice, which led to that draw. And a little bit of criticism towards the Elephants at the start of the week. This time around, very different. They took their chances. They could have had more. Sebastian Haller had a goal ruled out for offside late on as well. But this is a marker for the Ivory Coast towards all the other opponents in the tournament that they do mean business. And of course, Selina, it's going to be a tough game, a game between two giants on the continent in the last 16, as Ivory Coast will play against Egypt here at the Japoma Stadium. And of course, we'll be there for that one as well.
Indeed, a big showpiece game to be looking forward to there. Thank you, Simon Harding, there for us in Limbey. Algeria's manager, Jamal Belmadi, said that the defeat was a bitter thing to taste and that the team will need to improve if they are to qualify for the World Cup in Qatar at the end of the year.
I'm not sure I would say we're facing a crisis. We've failed, that's for sure. The team's disappointed, despondent, perhaps confused. It's something we're not used to. Losing is something we've never experienced. We've never lost. In 4 days, we lost. We did something in 4 days that we haven't done in 3 years. It's obviously a shock for us.
So Ruben Belmadi said that there's no crisis in the Algerian camp, but it's needless to say that there will be some soul-searching going on, especially after coming into this tournament on the back of such good form, 35 unbeaten games and having won the Arab Cup in Qatar in December.
Yes, of course, and Simon said it right. Also changing their whole strategy today, that was strange. I mean, the first 2 games you can still say that they were a little bit unlucky, missing a lot of opportunities against weaker opponents, so it was already a shame that they didn't win those 2 games. But today they were just outclassed by their opponents. I mean, Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, they were fantastic. But Algeria, they were also really, really bad today. So, yeah, of course, there's something to be done. I hope for them they've learned their lessons because, yeah, soon there will be those playoffs for the World Cup, really important for them. And it's almost a shame that the Ivory Coast, they didn't qualify for those playoffs because, we won't see them in Qatar. And the way they play today, you would like to see such a team at the World Cup as well.
Indeed. And is there something of a reigning champions curse, Ruben? Because Algeria are the 3rd holders to exit this competition in the last 5 tournaments.
Yeah, we've seen it really often. They already say that it's difficult to be at the top, to get there, but to stay there, it's even harder. We see it also at the World Cup with so many world champions getting out in the first round. Just think about Germany, the last World Cup in Russia, already getting out and crashing out in the first round. We've seen it right here as well. But I have to say that this tournament with Algeria, they were so good in shape in the Arab Cup. Everybody was expecting so much from them. So for me, it was even a bigger shock than all those others, to be honest. So yeah. We'll see if the winner in February will have to be worried for the next tournament as well.
Indeed, and potentially not the last surprise in this tournament. There's been a fair few so far. Let's